Alright, late opening for this customer on their pool. Wonder what it's going to look like. Take the cover off first, stretch it out on the grass to dry, and oh dear, it's looking very bad. So I'm going to get the plant room running, put all the bungs back in, the filter, the pump and the booster pump, get some water to prime the pump, close the lid and turn the power on. We're away. Got the Flock, Shock and Granules. Decent combo, been working well for me this season. Flock going in, chlorine granules, starting to look a bit different already. Do some netting, brushing, fold the cover away, and see what happens in part 2. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, I'm back here for part 2. It's not clearing up very well, so I'm going to have to do a few bits, netting, get the pump running, turn it on, add some sparkle tabs and come back tomorrow. Alright, next day, and it's cleared up pretty good. So yeah, get the vac gear out, prime the pump, plug it in and start hoovering. Yeah, coming up pretty good here. Cup of tea from the customer, nearly done. Bit of netting, chuck in the Polaris, switch that on, and it got me wet. And that's job done. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, day 2 here. Pool's still not empty. I can get going though. Jet wash, acid, brush, bucket all ready. Have a look in the pool. Got my wellies on. Start washing. Applying the acid and water to the steps and then jet washing it off. Get in the pool and then carry on cleaning. That's the steps done. Now just for the rest of the pool. Got to brush up and scoop up some of that sludge. Cleaning the light. Nearly done. Still a bit more in the bottom. Bit more jet washing. Hoovering the rest up at the bottom. Chucking the hose in. And that's job done. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, another late opening for this customer. Drag the pool cover off. Looking really bad, as expected. So get the plant room going, do up all the unions and put the bungs back in. Prime the pump up, turn it on. Flock, Shock and Granules combo. Shock going in first, then the Flock, and then some granules. Get the pool brush, brush the whole pool, give it a net and see what happens in part 2. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, back for part 2 here on this pool. It's cleared up okay, a little bit cloudy. I'm going to get the vacuum set out anyway. Prime the pump, plug it in and start hoovering. Coming up nice on these steps. Empty the basket, give the pool a net, turn the system back on, add some sparkle tabs and see what happens tomorrow. Back here again, cleared up a lot better. Still a bit of mess, so give it a net. Get the vac set out again, prime the pump again and start hoovering. Check the chemicals, add some algicide, so no more problems there. And that's job done. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, come to this job today. Got a bit of a green pool here. Gonna prime the pump up first, then give it a backwash, bleed out some air, and then rinse and onto filter. shock and chlorine granules. Shock going in first, then the chlorine. Brush the whole pool. Steps first. Thought I'd get the granular flock out as well. Sprinkle this in around the pool. Stick it on recirculate. Put in some chlorine tabs into the floating dispenser. Open that wide open at the bottom and chuck it in. Turn the pump off and see what happens in part 2. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, part 2 here. Literally less than 24 hours and we've cleaned up very well. Everything's sunk to the bottom, so no messing about. Get the vac gear, set it all up, bucket of water to prime the hose, screw the lid down, plug it in and start hoovering. Check out my YouTube, I'll post the time-lapse video on there of me hoovering this pool, and also check out my Instagram, both from the Pool Guy ML. So that's about halfway. Now for the deep end steps to get hoovered. And that's the vacuum done, so take away the pole and the pump. Check the chemicals, turn the pump on, and that's job done. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, very late opening here on this pool. Take the cover off and see what we're looking like. Not very good. Anyway, to the plant room, get all the bungs and unions put back together. Get a bucket of water to prime the pump. Close the lid, turn the power on. Pull the cover out. Get that dry. Got the shock and the chlorine granules. Chucking in some shock first. Then the stabilised chlorine granules. Brush out. Brush the whole pool. Steps, the little surfaces. Disturb all the algae. Skimmer basket in. Some maxi tabs and sparkle tabs. And see what happens in part 2. Holly your boy for the pool work. Back here for part 2. Cleaned up nice. Got the vac set out. Plug on the hose. Prime the pump. See it running. And start vacuuming. Cleaning up steps. Coming up nice and easy. I'm going to post the time lapse on my YouTube if you want to follow that. It's the Pool Guy ML. A few leaves in here. Empty the pump into the bucket. Yep, that's about halfway. All them leaves in the deep end still to do. That's the pool hoovered. Air coming in the pump. Bit of netting. Empty the bucket out. And that's job done. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, so you've seen this pool before, but they've let it go green again, so here we are. Give it a quick backwash. Very dirty in the filter. Rinse it. Back on filter. Shock and flock time. Flock going in first. Sprinkle that all around the pool. Then get the flock out. Sprinkle that all around the pool. Get the brush. Brush the whole surface. Bit of netting. Empty the net. Turn the pump off as I've flocked it, and we'll see what happens in part 2. Holly your boy for the pool work. Alright, part 2. This is literally a couple of days later. Cleared up lovely. Got the vac set out. Set it all up. Just realised I've lost the bolt for this side of the lid, so I ain't going to be able to use the pump screwing. So I'm going to have to use their pump, plug it in the skimmer, stick it on waste, start hoovering. Coming up really easy. Have to be really careful though, because if you go fast it really disturbs it and just makes it go up in a cloud. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and YouTube, the Pool Guy ML. Bit of netting after, empty the basket, put it back in, put it on filter, turn the pump on, and that's job done. Holler your boy for the pool work. Alright, back at this job. Ooh, gone green again. It's not as bad as before, but still, shock and flock. Get the little newt out first before I throw any chemicals in. Shock him first. See another little baby newt. Next, chuck in the flock. Get the brush out, brush all sides and the floor. Bit of netting. And come back the next day and see what we're looking like. Okay, looking good. All settled to the floor, nice and clear. Ready to be hoovered. Get the net out first at the top. Get the vac gear out. Prime the pump. And start hoovering. Just steps first. All coming up nice. Add some maxi tabs to the floating dispenser, stick that in, and that's job done. Holler your boy for the pool work. Alright, nice green pool for my 100th video. Another one you've seen before, gone green again. Here we are, shock and flock. Shock going in first. Then the flock. Bit of netting. Empty the skimmer basket, it's actually jam-packed with leaves. Get the brush out, brush all the surfaces, and let's see what happens in a couple of days. Back here, all settled, nice and clear. Need to get the pump, vac gear out, prime the hose, prime the pump, and start hoovering. Coming up really well again. Looking good. Empty the pump basket. Set that back in and carry on hoovering. Empty all the bits that I hoovered up, bit of netting, and that's job done. Holler your boy for the pool work.